What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? It is Tuesday, and you know what goes down here on Tuesday? White chat goes down here on Tuesday. Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday, and my prayer is that you guys have an amazing week starting off. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're joining me from. I would love to give you a shout out. But I hope and pray that your weekend started off really well. I know that mine did. Again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Make sure that you put in the comments where you're joining me from. I would love to give you a shout out. If you're looking at me from a YouTube channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys for hopping on. And again, I hope you guys had a great weekend and that your week is off to a great start. Hi, Tamika. How are you from Texas? Yep. Tamika from Texas. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. Um, Again, thank you guys for so much for hopping on, and make sure that you're hitting the share button, letting all my one sexy wives know that wife chat is going down. Again, I had the pleasure of attending one of my really good sister friends' husband got his doctoral degree this past weekend. So it was amazing. I was so happy for him and for her. They have uh, gotten over a lot of great odds and stuff in their life. And so it was just an honor to be there and honor Mr. Jamil Ramsey. So I appreciate all the love you guys gave him on my pages. And again, they're like my brother and sister. So I truly appreciate you guys giving them love. So we did that, and then Gail and I had a great dinner and just hung out. So hopefully, again, you guys are having a great start to your week. And so tonight's chat comes from a wife that's in San Diego, and her husband is active duty military and he is over in Germany. And so she reached out to me and said, Dr. Gail, can you tell me how to stay connected with my husband while he's overseas through Zoom? And I told her, absolutely, I can tell you how to stay connected. My husband was active duty military for a long time. He actually retired. Of course, Zoom and all this technology when we first got married and we were separated, was not as great as it is now. So we had to use the phone and pay the high phone bills and buy phone cards and all that kind of stuff. But with technology, if you are in a long distance relationship, there is no excuse for you not to stay connected. Again, you guys, thank you so much for hopping on. Make sure that you're putting in the chat where you're listening to me from. I truly appreciate you. And so again, I want to talk to you about 5 ways to stay connected with your spouse over Zoom in a long distance relationship. Again, this comes from a wife in San Diego. Her husband is stationed in Germany, and I just want to give her some ways to utilize Zoom to keep them connected and to keep them, dating and those kind of things. And a lot of this stuff is you just having to take the time and be really, really creative and utilize the technology to your advantage. And her thing is they definitely, speak over Zoom. They definitely, FaceTime each other, those kind of things. But she just wanted some other tools and strategies. And so I'm going to do my best to give her some of those things. And again, with technology, you literally can date, you can literally do anything. And as you guys know, now that things are open, I get the opportunity to teach and speak all over the world. And with technology, Gil and I have a date every single Friday, no matter where I am in the world. And we utilize technology to do that. And so, Gil and I always have a date on Fridays, unless, it's just something. But for the most part, we do. So if I'm like just say in Florida and he's here, we'll say, where do you want to meet for dinner? And if he says like Bonefish, or a chain, that is like a Outback or something. I'll go there and he'll go there, and we'll have dinner together through FaceTime or whatever, because it's really important to make sure that you stay connected even if you're apart. All right. So the first way that you can stay connected over Zoom with your spouse is to watch a movie together, right? And all you have to do is to grab some snacks, sync your screens on Zoom, share your screen on Zoom, and stream the movie. And that way you guys can enjoy the movie together. Again, I'm giving you some ways to stay connected to your spouse, using Zoom. Okay. So that's the first way. Enjoy a movie, right? Just because you guys are in separate places does not mean that you can't enjoy a movie together, right? So sync the screens, share the screen, uh, download the movie, and enjoy the movie together, and have the same snacks or whatever. It is something that you can do. Is very easy, and I didn't want to give her something that is like hard to execute, but it's not. Number two is get on Zoom and play the 20 question games, but make it sexy, right? Ask them, your spouse, the different questions that you want to act out once you see them, right? What is your fantasy? How does that look? How do you want me to look? Whatever that is, do something spicy and ask the 20 question games. And it doesn't necessarily have to be 20 questions, but 20 questions gives you a good thing to think about and to want to execute. And the thing is that it is something fun. It is something that gets your juices flowing, and also keeps you communicating, right? Number three is give your husband a lingerie fashion show, right? Give them a lingerie fashion show. Again, men are visual, and why not give him something visual to look at, which is yourself? It is something easy that you can do. It's something that you guys are going to share. And that could be the last thing that he goes to bed to. Give him a fashion show so he'll know what he's going to get when you guys meet up again, right? Also, you nowadays everything has a virtual component for the most part. So attend a virtual event together. It could be a virtual concert of an artist that you both love, right? Just book the tickets, both of you get on at the same time, and enjoy the concert together. They have virtual car shows now. They have virtual, everything has a virtual component. Even my conference, like this year, I had to do it virtually. So come in 2023, I'm going to have a virtual component as well as a live component. Just because you cannot attend something in person does not mean that you can't attend it virtually together and have that experience together as if you were in the same space. Again, it's all about changing your thinking and thinking outside the box and doing something different. Because again, you want to continue to be at the top of your spouse's mind, even though you guys are living separate at this time, right? Also, if you really want to spice things up, since I am a sexologist, is try a virtual long distance toy. And now they have toys now that you can literally sync up anywhere in the world with your spouse, right? And one of the best toys that have went digital, it's called WeVibe, right? And literally it is a virtual toy where you can stimulate your husband and he can stimulate you sexually through an app. Yes, WeVibe. So look it up. And if you want to stimulate each other sexually through a toy, this is a way for you to stay sexually connected as well as getting the vibe on as well. Again, thank you guys so much for hopping on. Thank you so much for hitting the share button. And again, I'm talking about ways that this wife can stay connected to her husband while he's serving over in Germany. Okay. And so technology is an amazing, amazing way to stay connected to your spouse. All right. The next thing that you can try is take a romantic bath together. Of course, you're not going to submerge your phone or your laptop or whatever into the bathtub. That's crazy. But you can set the stage where you both have a romantic bath. Bubbles, he can have bubbles, you can have bubbles. You both can have amazing music and just relax together in a bath setting, right? Again, you have to open your mind and just not say, well, the distance is keeping us apart. No, you must come up with ways to be extra creative, and having a romantic bath together where you just relax, you talk, have some wine, and just soak in the bubbles together is something that you can do. And it's simple, it's inexpensive, but it still keeps you connected. And that's the biggest thing, is making sure that you stay connected to your spouse. Now, back in the day when my husband was active duty military, they used to do these free um, planes that, you can get what they do, what they call a hop, right? You can actually see if there was any cargo planes leaving for your destination, and they usually had a couple of seats on there, and you could literally take a hop over to another country or to another state or whatever for free, right? And I don't know if that's still going on with the military, but if that's the case, I'm saying to this young lady, if you can arrange a hop and surprise your husband over in Germany and execute the 20 questions that you guys talked about, right? It's so many ways to stay connected with your spouse that you, if you don't have the finances to, fly back and forth and those kind of things. So I would say look into if they still offer the hops, try to get a hop and surprise your husband so you can execute what you guys have been practicing over the Zoom. Again, sky is the limit when it comes to technology, and it's all about just being comfortable with what you want, your needs and your desires, and try to meet them virtually, right? Germany is a long way from San Diego, but you don't have to feel like you're so isolated now with technology. I gave you a couple of things that you can execute, but again, my thing is expand your thinking. Don't put yourself in a box, and just learn what works best for you and your spouse to stay connected. The biggest thing that you can always do is to make sure that you communicate, and not only communicate virtually, but sometimes just sit down and write a letter, right? Because getting a letter or a card in the mail is something special. It's something that's tangible that they can read over and over and over and over again, right? Don't just limit to always doing something virtually. Pick up the phone is nice. Seeing each other is even better, but also writing something and putting your mind, your thoughts about them on paper really makes a difference as well. And so my prayer is that these tips and tools has helped this wife who is, living in San Diego while her husband is serving our country. I told her, thank you so much for for his service. And what a lot of people don't realize is when your spouse is in the military, you are too. You just haven't signed up for it, but you have to deal with all the challenges and all the stuff because they did decide to serve our country. So I know what it is to be a military spouse, but I also know what it is to have an amazing man that served our country as well. And so again, this weekend, if you guys have not signed up for my class, it's called The Burnt Out Wife. If you're running on fumes, you have nothing left, and you want to learn how to recharge and refuel, go to my website and sign up for the Burnt Out Wife. And that'll be going on this Saturday. From 10 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love to have you. And if you can't make that class, just go on my website and look at all the other classes that I have planned for you guys throughout the year. Would love to have you. Bringing Sexy Back to the Marriage 2023. The page is up. So I would love to have you either virtually or in person. I am limiting the in-person experience to only 70 wives because again, I want to make sure that we can, not be up on each other. I thank God that, we're not coming out of COVID, but we're learning to deal with COVID better. So I will have a live as well as a virtual component, but I would love to see you guys live. So you can go to either my webpage or you can go to bsbconference.com and, see I am actually having some men come pour into us for the very first time. They will be pouring into us at my conference because I really want to get a male's perspective on so many things when it comes to intimacy, love, and amazing sex. I have the two-time Grammy Award winner speech from Arrested Development. He is going to come and pour into us as well. Him and I have developed an amazing relationship over the past years, and he is now on a world tour. But he's like, Gail, wherever I am, I'm going to make sure that I come and pour into your ladies. So I am so blessed about that. And then I have some amazing other men that are coming to pour into us, and so I'm excited about that. So you guys get ready for Bringing Sexy Back to the Marriage 2023. It's going to be January 20th and 21st. And that's a Friday and a Saturday. So again, I love you guys to pieces. If you have anything that you want me to talk about here on Wife Chat, make sure that you inbox me, email me, or whatever. I will always get back to you, and I will always let you know when I'm answering your question. Also, if you need to just talk to me, I offer a free 15-minute discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to enhance your marriage. You can go on my website and click the button and schedule a time that works best for you. Again, I love you guys to pieces. I'm here every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. And also you can visit me on my YouTube page every single Thursday. I love you guys. Have an amazing night. Bye.